Winter hits Manhattan like a reactive, drops in with no warning, and seems to stay forever. It spreads a thick white blanket that makes the city look clean for a few hours, until the snow gets stepped on and driven over and made gritty and dirty grey.
Love, brain, heart control, caffeine, melatonin, love, heart control, caffeine, you get me going. Brain, heart control, caffeine, melatonin, love, brain, heart, wake up, nice to meet ya, who could you be?
Hello people and welcome back to Talking Comics. Today I'll be talking about Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again is a comic storyline that focuses on the Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk, finding out who Daredevil really is, aka finding out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Now, this comic isn't exactly the most happiest. It can be quite grim, especially since it's focusing on Daredevil kind of slowly losing the life he had, as Kingpin now begins to mess with the life of Matt Murdock. The characters in this comic are great. The emotions that Matt has through this entire run feels really real. It feels like someone who's kind of losing himself and doesn't know what exactly to do next, and he's almost about to give up. The thing is, Daredevil doesn't give up. He can't. The art in this comic is also really good. This comic takes place very much in December, near Christmas time or the holidays, whatever you celebrate, and Daredevil's red suit standing out in the cold snow looks amazing, but also just the quiet moments of Matt Murdock wandering the streets trying to figure out what he's going to do is really well drawn and just look great. That's the best way to explain it or describe it. The comic just looks good overall. There's also stuff involving the Daily Bugle with a reporter there trying to figure out the truth on the Kingpin and how he's connected to so many people, and it's a really well done character, and his story connects with Matt's really well. It doesn't feel like they just added something else on. It all works perfectly in order. And there's also Foggy Nelson, and we see how his life is going and how he's worried for Matt, but also is trying to live his life and be happy. There's also stuff involving politics, specifically near the end of the comic, on how Kingpin is involved with the government slightly and has connections to so many people, and that's done even better. Like, it adds a lot to the comic, and the comic is also just focusing on Matt's struggle as he begins to kind of lose his life and doesn't really have anyone to go to or doesn't trust anyone to go to help him, as he's kind of scared that people might just be lying to him and might be working for Kingpin. Like I said, this comic can be grim and not exactly the most happiest thing out there. So if you're going into it expecting a more kind of fun story, I wouldn't go into that mindset. But there is moments of hope that the characters can fix what's going on, hope that they can all kind of live a happy life, and at the end of the day, that is what keeps the characters going, and it's like one of the main driving forces of this comic. If you're a Daredevil fan and you've not read the comics, or are trying to find some Daredevil comics and you haven't read Daredevil Born Again, then I heavily suggest picking it up. It's a really good Daredevil story, what goes into how he would handle something like this, along with his friends Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, you can like it. If you didn't, you can dislike it. That's completely fine. I have other videos on my channel talking about other comics and suggesting an entire other bunch of comic characters and their series, so maybe if you want to look into that you can, or even subscribe, but that's your choice. But yeah, thanks for watching, that's all, and goodbye.